So let's talk about how exactly to day trade tops and bottoms. And I'm telling you, this is the most important chart pattern that you can ever come across to actually use because it tells you literally everything from a detail perspective that you need to know in order to make profit and be a consistently profitable day trader. So let's talk about it. As mentioned, tops and bottoms are technically chart patterns. So let's talk about in order before I show you an example of a chart pattern such as tops and bottoms and how to actually trade it. Let's talk about well, what the heck are they in the first place? So chart patterns overall are groups of candlesticks that tell you the story behind what the chart is currently doing and what it's actually going to do next. So when you really dissect my definition here, it's technically telling you that if you understand chart patterns, specifically tops and bottoms, it literally tells you to say, hey, this is exactly where you buy and this is exactly where you're going to sell. The catch is that most people just don't recognize that that's what it's actually telling you. Most people think you need multiple different indicators and so on and so forth that should tell you more information. No, I'm telling you, this is literally game changing. This is all you actually need. As a result, from a little quote perspective, if you learn to understand chart patterns, then you can trade without indicators, so technical indicators at all, such as RSI, MACD, and anything else. You don't need that at all. You don't need any scanners, and you can simply trade on virtually a naked chart. And that's basically it. That's all you need, and you'll be profitable. I'm telling you. I've had over 500 students in my one-on-one coaching program. A majority of them are consistently profitable day traders. They win over 70% plus of their day trades regularly because of this simple chart pattern that I'm going to show you. As a result, again, the only chart patterns you'll actually only need are basically these three. One, a double top, which I'll show you what that looks like. Two, a double bottom, and I'll show you what that looks like. And also three, it's just an extension piece of it, and it's very simple, it's related to the two, but a triple top or a triple bottom. That's it. You understand these core principles, I guarantee it will be very hard for you to actually lose money. So now let's talk about what exactly a top and bottom looks like on an actual chart in itself. So all I trade, if we're familiar with my supply and demand trading strategy that I came up with, is the SPY, so the S&P 500, and I'm only going to show you at least initially the supply and demand zones, which are drawn on the 5-minute chart, because all you need to actually identify those double tops and double bottoms. So visually, a double top or top in general is just basically saying, hey, this is the highest point of the day at this current point in time, right? So that would be this one right here. This is what I actually call the major supply zone because it's the highest point of the day with two candles basically next to each other, which shows an agreement between green buyers and red sellers, and then it runs down. So this is the single first top. And as you can see, it comes back around, taps it right here within the zone of the red supply zone that I drew, which is a 10-cent margin between this, right? So this is basically the double top. So it tapped it and then ran down. And when you think about it, well, if you're shorting or if you're buying an option put, this is a very simple play. You literally drew the supply zone here saying, hey, this is the highest point of the day, came down, came up, tapped this area and ran down. That's very simple. I know you can see that tap. Then it came down over here, and then we can go back to it over here. So this is what a double top looks like. A double bottom is the same thing but reverse. Double bottom is saying, hey, this is the lowest point of the day at this point in time for this day because it just started, right? Market opens up at 8:30 a.m. CST. This just happened 15 minutes later, 8:45 a.m. CST. So the market did all this, came over, did that tap over there, came down, tapped it right here for the double bottom, went up, boom. Very clean play to the upside, came down for this third time here. So basically a triple bottom, what we talked about earlier, tapped it, boom, started running up. It ran all the way up to the top at this point. Then it came over here for that third tap for this triple top, right? So tapped it here, got a little choppy, but hey, it went down. So that's fine. And now I know you may be looking and thinking, okay, well, is that it from a chart pattern perspective? Yes, it literally is. And again, I do my zone drawing or identifying these tops and bottoms on the 5-minute chart. But what I actually do the trading on is the 1-minute chart, so my entries and exits. But let me show you how clean it looked on that. So this is the 1-minute chart. And literally look at this. So this was that initial major supply zone, came down, tapped it over here, boom, ran down. There was literally not a green candle in sight at all until I guess down here, and then finally when it got down to this VWAP down here. But it was very clean. There was literally no reason to worry. It's the cleanest move almost on this whole chart for the most part. And it ran down. did all this, finally came down to tap the green demand zone down here, and then ran up. And I know you're looking at this thinking, there's no way it's this easy. First of all, this can't work. You just picked a magical day. There's no way it did all this, and it came to tap it a third time for this triple bottom, ran up, came over here for a triple top, and then ran down finally. It can't be that easy. Okay, well, here's the thing. I've done a lot of statistical analysis on SPY specifically on the 5 minute chart and 1 minute chart of multiple years worth of data to actually come up with this strategy. It looks this simple because I've made it this simple. I forced it to work. But here's the thing I'll leave you with, because again, this is basically the whole piece. I dare you to go to your Thinkorswim or your trading platform, draw or learn from other videos, draw the major supply and major demand zones, take the trades and tell me they don't work. Come back to the video and tell me they don't work if they don't work. Or come back to the video and tell me, you know what, I just made a lot of money and I'm surprised this worked. It works in the first place. So leave a comment below letting me know, all right, Maurice, I'll give you a shot. I'm going to actually try this myself and see how this works. Because if you're interested in doing that, I'm telling you, you will make money. And if you don't, you'll be one of the very first people that just did not make money at all.